What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a review of the SVI Home Depot 2024 Chucky animatronic with servo movement. This is my first review, and as you can tell, appropriately, because I'm obsessed with Chucky. As you can see, the 3 right there, and the huge 3.5 foot one over here. There, oh, his hand, man, just fixed it. But anyways, I'll get onto that in a second. But he is a great animatronic. I do recommend him if you can find him. I do see him on OfferUp a lot for like $30 over the original price, which I honestly expected it to be more, since Chucky is a very big figure. Or not like physically big, but I mean big horror IP. I expect him to be, you know, a little more expensive. And I love Chucky. And I heard, well, I didn't hear, I saw a new for 2025, 2 new Chucky animatronics, the Tiffany from Bride of Chucky and the Chucky from Bride of Chucky, and I think it is great. They both look way more accurate. Well, it sort of looked a little accurate. The Bride of Chucky at the manager meeting for Home Depot looked extremely accurate, but the one in the stock photos that just got leaked recently looked a little off to me. They looked more like I don't know how to explain, but I don't know. But it does look fantastic, and I will be buying those 2. Those are my 2 actually anticipated, most anticipated animatronics this year, and I think they are actually, like, the actual asking price for those guys are $230 or $210 to $230, because the higher cost of their production this year, because they had to, I think they're making them in Vietnam now, I'm not sure, instead of China, because of the prices got shot up because of the economy. I don't want to get into that though. But yeah, I love Home Depot. Home Depot and Lowe's are my 2 main stores I get my animatronics from. Our setup usually isn't really jump scare based. It's more having, like, I don't think I have a jump scare based animatronic, so we usually buy the ones that talk. I'm gonna try to get a couple jump scare. I saw that Lowe's this year has a jump scare clown with a dog, like balloon dog. So if I get any more animatronics, which I probably will, expect there to be reviews. But anyways, let's get on to this guy. So he is he's really great. His material on his clothes are decent. I mean, nothing to really die over. They have these very fake stains, and his face sculpt looks pretty good. It is definitely not based off of oh yeah, it's definitely not based off of the Child's Play Chucky. It's based off of more of the cult, curse, and TV show Chucky, and there's nothing to really say about that. I think it looks decent enough. I have seen a lot of Chuckies, especially in store last year. Well, actually, I never even saw an in-store Chucky on display, but I saw a lot online with terrible hair, and it was all in chunks. No one, like, brushed it, which that is what I just did to my Chucky. I regularly brush my Chucky's hair because it doesn't look nice if it's not brushed. Chucky's hair isn't supposed to be like extremely neat. Like his hair isn't extremely neat, especially at the bottom, because it has been brushed like 30 times. But Chucky's hair is supposed to be, slicked to the side, and a lot of them just have his hair all over the place like that. There's a bunch of like that right there. It looks ugly, and I've seen a lot. Also on mine with their home displays, without hair, that was neat, which is something you definitely should fix with this guy. And I'm hoping the new one this year isn't like that. But yeah, I did mod this guy a little bit, and let me show you. Take off there is no cotter pin. Wait, I'm just gonna cut this real quick. As you can see, there is no cotter pin. I'll just pull it straight out. But I forget what this is, 4-pin connector or something like that, is raised up. I used a plier, which I sacrificed. Yeah, so it is kind of uneven, but it's whatever. Let it focus. It's not gonna focus. But yeah, it is. I had to put it up because Chucky, what they did with this guy is instead of him looking up like this, he'd be looking down like that, which you cannot have a 3-foot animatronic doing. Like I said, you cannot have a animatronic, most animatronics cannot be looking down unless they're above 7 feet. Especially like 12-footers, they should be the ones looking down at people, not 3.5 feet animatronics. But yeah, this guy also broke his arm here. As you can see, I'm not gonna take this off too much, but you can't see it. Take it off. Gotta like take his thing here. I'm not gonna take it off, but you can see there is a bunch of masking tape holding his arm on there, which it's not just masking tape. Trust me, if it was just masking tape, it would be bending to the side right now. It is actually a hole that is on the hand, and the pole is going into the hand, like with the hole that's on it. And I had to use masking tape to make sure that it doesn't move around while he's moving side to side, because he moves side to side very violently, because I think it is like his motor is very fast. So yeah, despite all the issues he had, I fixed them, and he's nothing more I could have asked for in terms of a non-Scarface Chucky. And yeah, this guy got tons of attention last year during Halloween because everyone loves Chucky, especially people in my town. Most people know who Chucky the Killer Doll is. A lot of kids were scared of it, of course. This guy and my 9-foot Groundbreaker zombies were the showstoppers last year. The Groundbreaker zombie is always a showstopper, but Chucky was also a showstopper. So yeah, if you are planning on getting the Bride of Chucky animatronic, I suggest it. I'm sure he'll be of the same quality of this guy. Even if you are not a fan of Chucky, he's almost a must-have, and I know a lot of people have this guy. So yeah, let's get on to the demo. So I have to get a pull stick for this guy. So let's go on to the demo. He's at full volume.
Go ahead and shoot. I'll be back. I always come back. I have had it, but there is a limit to how much I can take. As a doll, I'm infamous. I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history, and I don't want to give that up. I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it.
We'll go through his phrases one more time.
Go ahead and shoot. I'll be back. I always come back. I have had it. That's it. There is a limit to how much I can take. As a doll, I'm infamous. I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history, and I don't want to give that up. I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it.
So yeah, that was that guy's phrases. So let me turn them off and we'll get back to the normal review. So my personal takeaways with this guy are that he only has 3 activatable phrases. 4 if you count the one where he like pauses for a second and then he goes on to the next. But with Chucky, there are so many more phrases to be had, and that is why I'm so excited for the new Bride of Chucky animatronic, because I'm assuming there will be way more, and especially since there's a Tiffany, there might be some connectivity USB like the Corpse Bride animatronics from Spirit Halloween last year. But that's like my only takeaway besides his hair and the arm being broken, but the arm being broken is completely my fault for snapping it. And yeah, he is still, if you can find this guy, it may be your Home Depot has old stock of him, which I completely doubt because this guy was extremely popular last year. Maybe they'll bring him back out if they have stock of him. But yeah, I do recommend him, like I said already, to buy him if you can, if possible. So yeah, his phrases though, you can hear in some of his phrases, especially the one where he says, "I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it." You can hear some of the music from the movie that they didn't fully cut out. And I really, it adds, it doesn't add anything to it. It just is kind of a bad editing job, but it kind of adds charm to me, for me. His phrases, like I said, there's only 3 of them, like I said, and they're only from 2 different movies. One is from Bride of Chucky, where he says, "Shoot me," or "I'll be back, I always come back." That's from Bride of Chucky, and the last 2 are from Seed of Chucky. So they should have went with the Bride of Chucky doll that is coming out this year, but you know. So yeah, love this guy. 5 out of 5 stars, my favorite animatronic of all time. And buy him if you can. So I will see you guys in the next animatronic review video for Halloween 2025. See you next time.